Hello everybody and welcome back to the Storm Poker Challenge. My name is Dylan and this is another video in our Riders of the Storm series for mybet.com. And before we kick this one off, waiting for your wave, we're going to play 2 tourneys and 2 storm tables. Definitely want to share a little ancient wisdom, timeless wisdom from Mr. Bobby McFerrin.
Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry.
Especially when variance strikes.
Be happy. In every life we have some trouble. When you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy now.
Alright guys, so
don't worry. Be happy.
with that, I think we'll kick it off. It's going to be a 2-table tournament session plus 2 storm tables, cash tables. And the reason we set it up like this is because what you can do is, you know, when you're playing tournaments, especially big or larger multi-table tournaments, then you're very often going to be waiting for your wave, so to say, right? Waiting for your hand, and you know, there's a lot of poker to be played in between those hands. If you are at mybet.com, for example, and you're on the storm table, the big benefit, of course, again, of the storm tables is that you can play so many hands within such a relatively short period of time, simply given the format of storm poker here, what was formerly called speed poker, I believe. And so what I would advise most people, at least, when you guys are, you know, maybe starting your online poker career or just checking it out, you know, just on the weekend, just having fun, whatever, if you have made an initial deposit and you're looking to, you know, clear a bonus, this is a really good way to do it, right? So you know, you play your sign-on bonus tournament, which we're going to play right now, and then you can play you can play maybe one other tournament or just run three storm tables and get the best of both worlds at the same time. You know, if you haven't seen the initial videos here, the initial 3, they're really crucial for understanding what you're about to see now. And of course, we've been playing strictly cash game tables, so the tournaments, tournament theory, you know, I cover in different videos, but we won't go into that in great detail here. It'll be more, real-time play, and I'll just make comments as always as we go. Alright guys, so as you guys see here, we've got 2 tournaments up top and then these 2 storm tables underneath, and we actually flopped our set for the beginning of this video. Never a bad start. And we just raise that up directly and see how he reacts. We're going to just limp here with a 10-king on the full ring table, offsuit in the tournament above, and I'll get into the details shortly. Alright, we'll just sit one out after we probably steal. Yes, and here we flop, you know, the 10 in between. We got the second nut flush draw, but again, board is paired, so there is no nut flush draw as such. And here, he bets it out flat. Let's just call one here and see what he does on the turn. He checks it behind, and you know, we do have the king, so we've got the 10 as well, and I'm going to play this for pot control. Now we've got jacks over 10s. Fantastic, and I don't actually put him on a better pair, and I sure as hell don't put him on the jack. So I'm going to go ahead and push this. This is our free roll 500, and we may get paid off, we'll see. And or he has the miracle jack, and that was the end of it. Okay, he only had the 10. Only had the 10. 10-3, by the way. So Lagos is going to get an initial station tag, and we'll see if we can't use that to our advantage in the near future. Alright, so again guys, we've got here the 5,000 freeze out, $10 buy-in, $1 rake, and I'll show you guys quickly here that tournament. And it is as follows. We've got an average stack now of 2K, and that was the initial starting stack, by the way. And our position is 91st of 318 on 36 tables. total payout at this point, there's still late registration, is 45 places for 30 bucks. Basically 3 times your buy-in is pretty standard for your multi-table tournaments. Real money, as always, guys, is in the last 5 places on the final table. Alright, that's tournament number 1, and tournament number 2 is the one that we got for our initial deposit here at mybet.com. And that's this one right here, and we'll go ahead and bring up that lobby as well. We'll just fold that directly. And yes, right here. So this is for this tournament, and what we've got is basically 20 places that get paid out. It's a free roll. And yeah, again, biggest money is always in the last 5 places, really actually the last 3. And yeah, that's what we're playing for. So lucky in the money number here is 20, and yeah, that will probably change here on this tournament as more players register as we move forward here in the late registration phase. And it looks like we're pretty aggressive here concerning the blinds at 10 minutes. Okay, they can be markedly shorter, but yeah, 10-minute blinds here, and yeah, again, 20 is lucky ITM number, and that's what we're shooting for. So what can you do, when you're waiting for your wave here in tournaments? Well, if you are at mybet.com and you're playing the good old Storm tables, you can run basically numerous hands. Play tight if you want to. You don't have to, you can really tighten up. You can just play your monsters while you're playing your tournaments. There's a lot of different stuff that you can do. Or you can just utilize all the different topics that we've been covering in the past few videos, and just play a normal game. And that's probably what I'm going to be doing right now. And when I have an interesting hand here on the tournaments above, then I'll just sit out on the Storm tables, and if I have interesting hand here, I might just jump off of this table, etc. Yeah, and just play it as it unfolds. We're gonna c-bet this, and I believe I did raise preflop. If not, whoopsie. He flats, and 6, 7, 8. We need the 9 essentially here, and or the 8 might be good. Who knows? He flats us. I don't want to bet into it again. This is a freeze out. It's not a rebuy add-on, so he could float me right now and bet it. And he should actually. He lets it go. So if he's on a flush draw, right? He missed it, and I'm just going to half pot it because, as you guys know, I've been repeating it for videos now. He's only got to fold 1 time in 3 for us to take that down. And his play looked like a flush draw. Again, the float move would have been brilliant for him in position. He should have bet the turn if he was on the flush draw. But he didn't. He hadn't seen our Riders of the Storm videos, so he didn't know about that move apparently. And yeah, lets us then bluff into the river, and we take it down uncontested. Good result for that hand here, 62. We'll just check it, but I'm not going to auto check it again, guys. Don't click these buttons if you can avoid it. In general, it's a dead giveaway. You can click the auto fold if you need to, like this, but I wouldn't click the check fold or just the check, right? If you're not super strong, and yeah, and even then, I would just avoid it in general. It's just a dead giveaway, by and large. All right, and here we'll just raise it up 3 times the big blind with the suited 10 king in middle position on a full ring table. Both of these, by the way, guys, you're seeing these are full ring tables. These are not Storm tables, and underneath we'll be playing a 6 max game, so your ranges and your play will be markedly different, right? Not to mention the fact that these are cash games and these are tournaments. So if you're not very familiar and very comfortable with both, I wouldn't recommend playing like this. But for those of you who are a bit more advanced, a bit more experienced with poker as such, especially online poker, definitely something you can incorporate in your next sessions. And I would highly recommend it if you are trying to clear bonuses, for example. Very dangerous turn here. He just flats on the button. We turn top 2, but it is 3 suited. Difficult here. We're going to take another shot and just see where we stand. He min raises us. Very difficult spot. Right, he min raises us here at the low limits. That's never, never said, but that's rarely a weak hand, and I can't imagine him not being on a set of 3s or 8s or the completed flush draw here with a min raise. If he wanted to actually just bluff us off that hand, he would raise more. Yeah, so min raise normally wants to get paid. I can flat this for the 10 of the king, but it's just really tight, really difficult spot. So I'm just gonna let that go. Yeah. tough fold. You know, we got burned here on the heart. Guy min raised us in position, and again, that's you know, if you are going to make that move, then you got to shove over the top and hope that he doesn't have it. But yeah, smaller stakes tournaments, min raises, cash games or tournaments, you rarely see that being a bluff. Yeah, even with top two, you know, we were on a 4-out draw in my mind, and it was just way too light to play on. And here we'll just limp one, see what they do, and I'll get us on a couple of storm tables, and then we'll kick this thing off. Yeah, we limp that flop top pair, queen kicker, and go ahead and bet into it and take it down. Alright, see if we can't get a little background music that fits well with our storm tables. Hope that's not too much, but it's better than just listening to me talk for the next hour or so. Alright guys, and yeah, on the tournaments as we develop, this is early phase play on both tables. We'll get into mid phase play, hopefully into the bubble phase play, and who knows, maybe even see a final table or two. And yeah, again, I won't go into the details on that, it's just far too complicated. But yeah, we do have other videos that cover all of the tournament theory that you'll need to know. And now I will be back with a couple storm cash game tables. Alright, here we go. 7s and 8s down low, we got 10s on the tournament up top. We're just going to raise that up 3 times, keep it simple here. Looks like we timed out down low. I'm going to donk into that, represent the ace because I missed my set. We get min raised again, guys. Min raised, no big deal. Take a shot, you know, kind of bob and weave, check out. Not a problem at all. Alright, and what we've got here, as you guys well know, I've got an auto rebuy here on the bottom tables. And that means we're going to be capped back up to 100 big blinds whenever we drop below that. And this guy calls, and then we just 4-time it. 64, we're going to speed fold. We flop the overpair. If he checks, we bet. And we take it down. Good. JK. Queen 6, I'm just going to fold. Jack 6 here. Early position raiser under the gun, actually, in 2 flats is a big fold. Both in tournaments and in cash games. Alright, and yeah, we'll see what happens here with 8 queen. And I'm going to go and just raise that up. Again, guys, we're playing NL20, as you guys see here, so full 100 big blinds is the maximum you can buy in for, and that's $20. So we're running this low stakes challenge. Again, we get raised by a small stacker. I just want to flat this one time. I'm getting 3-to-1 odds, 4-to-1 odds, forgive me, and I will call it one time. We flop the jack. That's good enough for me, and actually I'm just going to push because of his effective stack size. And let's see what he thinks. Ace 2 calls us. Wow. So we know we have a good customer here. The only problem is the HUD stats are, you know, off the chain, but that's the only way you can do that. You wouldn't want to make a normal bet there, given this guy's remaining stack size, right? You're not playing with your stack size. You're playing with the lowest common denominator, so to say. Here I'm going to flat with the ace 8 suited. Ace king is going to raise up pretty much everything. We're going to 3-bet pretty much everything. The only thing is it's a min raise under the gun. And, you know, low stakes, you never really know. I would have limped. This guy raised, so I let that go. King 6 suited might be a steal raise. We'll have to see what happens. This guy limps, and we're going to isolate the limper on the cash game. Alright, and just not getting around. And you see what I'm saying, right? This is taking all night on these 2 tournaments, right? In the meantime, you can be playing your storm tables and clearing your bonuses, hopefully make some good profit in the meantime. Alright, so he did basically what we did, and shoved. It's a good shove, actually. And yeah, we can't call that. Draw's nowhere near good enough. And yeah, rainbow board is a good shove. So he then limps, and we're going to isolate the limper on the button. Ace king yet again, catches some decent hands. We had this guy completely killed. This guy, forgive me, completely killed and didn't work out. He limp min raises, and again, that's a big fold, as was the ace 2, and now we pop this. Alright, and I think what I'm going to do here is also get down here on the same seat on all of our tables so that I know where I'm where I'm playing. Alright, that's much better. Speed fold that, gonna raise this from the small blind, raising the hijack position, open raiser, he flats, we flop backdoor flush draw plus the inside straight draw for the 10, really weak flop, but we raised, we 3-bet, so we're gonna go ahead and c-bet that, almost flops with a king, and we take it down. Alright, yeah, and I hope this music in the back is not distracting, but actually pleasant, and if not, we'll see if we can't edit it out. Alright, here I'm going to go ahead and squeeze this. Late raiser, flat caller on the button. It's going to be wide here and a wide calling range here. He lets it go. We flop the funky flush draw with the 10, and we're going to definitely bet that out. It should scare him in most cases. We get flatted, pick up the inside straight draw. He's only got 12 left, and I think I want to double barrel this. But yeah, the problem is at the low stakes, I have to remember that they can't fold flush draws. So I'll hold off on that one. Try to step on the brake from time to time. And okay, so we're calling 340 on the 12, and it's only the 10. If it were the ace, the other way around, I would have maybe called for the implied odds after the fact, but we didn't have it on direct odds, and yeah, went south. Alright, ace 4. Nothing's really happened up here. We're down 150 from a 1500 starting stack, and these are both freeze outs again, right? So what you see is what you get, and you got to play it just as if it were a cash game where you couldn't rebuy, so to say. 95 is a big fold. Let's see here, Jack 8 may steal suited if it's folded to us. And it is, so we just take a 3x shot. Pretty much 3 times the big blind in most scenarios. On your 6-max tables, if you're playing wider ranges, it's a good open raise size. Bit higher bet size you should make if you are out of position. And alright, well, we flop a pair, see if they have anything, and take a shot, and then probably going to be a bet fold if they come over the top. Limp pot here. He only flats. We want to see a 4, an ace. If they've got the 10, they may call us down, but I think we'll have a good result here with about 120. It's a little bit less than half pot, right? So if they don't have it, they'll fold it. If they do, then we'll have some good advertising with our 4. Probably like 10 crap here, I guess. 3-4, hey? Oh, he hit the 3 on the river. Well, what to do? 34, so we'll just go ahead and green this guy. Where's the green? There it goes. Alright, here we actually flop something that we connected with. And what's this guy's remaining stack is 4, so we just push right now. Right, it's more or less 1-to-1 with the pot. Heads up pot, we just shove, and that's all. And you may get paid off from time to time, but you don't want to get sucked out here with a guy with an 8-10 or an 8-6 or something like that, or 2 clubs. So, if you're looking at effective stack sizes that are small, go ahead and just shove it on the turn. You're not going to get paid off on the river, right? More than likely. And yeah, there's just a lot of things going for you when you do shove that. And here, for example, with the aces, this guy's also a super deep stack player. Looks like he's doubled up at least once or twice. One and a third times, I guess. So he knows what he's doing. And yeah, I don't want to play out of position like that. And here I've got the open-ended straight draw on a rainbow board, which is very good. We do get flatted, that's unfortunate, so we really need to see something hit here, either the 6 or the jack, because this guy's only got $3 left. Ah, shit. And this guy pushes for the full 18, and that's going to be 2-to-1. Yeah, we need about 3-to-1 for that draw, but again, if somebody's flopped the set, we're in trouble, and that's a little bit tight. You could have probably found a call there, but yeah, difficult spot. This you could have added, an extra $3 to that more than likely for this guy here, but again, it was going to be plus minus nothing EV wise, and we'll find a better spot for sure. So we still raise here from the small. Lost our music somehow, and after the break I'll be right back to plug that back in. Let's see, a middle pair running second nut flush, min raise, haha, and again, I think we're bleeding money. We don't have anything to pick up with this guy's effective stack after the fact, so we just let that go. Big stack, you could probably find a call, but the effective stack was so small that no chance there. Raise up the 9-10 max stretch, suited connector from the hijack from middle position here on our 6 max storm table. A 6 off suited under the gun full ring is a big fold. 9 times out of 10, guys. In at least early phase tournament play. And here we flopped a 10, but again, somebody having the king here, guys. If you have a king X hand, it's 73 to 1 that you'll flop that. So I'm just going to go ahead and half it, and I hope he's not on a better 10 here. He does flat. He's only got 5 left, so the pot's going to be the same size as his pot here, or as his stack. And the spade, of course, hit, and that's more than likely what this guy was looking for. He insta checks behind. All right, and here I'm going to make a block bet. I think I might be beat, but I'm just going to make about a third pot bet here so that he doesn't bluff me off this hand. And with that bet, unfortunately, I'm pricing myself in probably for a call with our 10 here, but yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, jacks the whole time. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, bluff and deuce line that you can play. I mean, he might have been playing that line unconsciously, yeah, but it worked out for him. He flatted on the end, and I don't know if he would have let that go if we had bet bigger. Hence, the 1/3 pot size bet, a little bit smaller if you're looking for a block bet kind of move. Let's see here. Looks like everybody walks. 80 on that. Okay, for the miracle flop one time. Hope this guy didn't raise it up. We swing and miss pretty hard. But again, it's early phase play, not a big, the 80 wasn't that much of our stack at all, respectively, and yeah, we'll just probably check fold this. And I'll be right back. Alright guys, and we're back. Still raise here on the button. Ace-8 will definitely raise up if it's folded. And here again, from the small blind, you can go ahead and make that 4 big blinds, depending on how you're playing. 79 here with the min raise. No, forgive me, that's the big blind now, and this guy just limps, so we're going to go ahead and isolate with this nonsense hand. We raise it up, so we make our semi bluff here. Timed out down low, talking too much, and we take it down. I can test it with our semi, with our actually complete bluff c-bet there on the flop. All right, so this guy limp. Damn min raised again, and we're getting limp min raised out of our seats. 79, so 120 on the 540. I'm gonna let this go too. Limp min raise. I can't make up any difference when I actually do hit. It's pretty much calling his all-in shove, and yeah, it's just, I mean, against a deep stack player, if we were both deep stacked, that he could maybe find a call there with those odds, but yeah, with that remaining stack size, it's just not worth it. Wait for a better spot, and we're about to be in a late position, so we'll see what happens. Here we're just going to flat with 9s for set value. We're closing the betting round also. I'm going to try and flat it. We miss, so no set, no bet, but that's the rule here. I'm going to limp one with the 79 suited. Yeah, so that was, we were well priced in, and as you guys know, with your pockets, your mid and small pockets, all you need is about 9 times the amount to call versus a fellow bigger deep stack player to make that call for set value. So-called set mining, and here, yeah, against 2 players, just gonna let that go. Checks again though. So after 2 checks back to back, I definitely take a shot, half pot, in most cases. And quick pop quiz, how many times do these guys have to fold for us to break even? Want to make that half pot bet? Very good. Yes, 1 time in 3. 1 time in 3, guys. Don't forget that. It's really, really good number to have in your minds. So, you know, we're 3 timing. We can also 4 time it, right? 3 times a big blind and 4 times a big blind in our cash games. Here we've got a min raise again, but we've got a Broadway, and we're getting in this case almost 4-to-1 odds for a call. Here we get pushed against, and that is a big fold with that hand. So again, when you have min raises, guys, pre-flop, if you only flop top pair, you got to be really careful. These guys could have overpair, stuff like that, but it is our, oh no, different. Logos was also a little bit wacky, if I remember correctly. But here again, we'll let that go this time. Not closing the betting round. And we'll shove against this guy and try and make a bet here. And he comes in with ace king and of course hits. Disgusting. Yeah, big bummer. We got that in so good. And ended up losing. That's unfortunate. So now what you can do, of course, is I finished in 39th. Yeah, great, thank you. Shoved against this guy that called us without the odds to do so, especially on that 2-suited board. That's low stakes poker, guys, especially free rolls when you sign on. You know, be ready for that. Again, don't forget Bobby McFerrin. Don't worry, be happy. It's all good. When Varian strikes, it's going to hit you more than once, I assure you. And sometimes very hard. So what you got to be doing is playing within your means, as I've been preaching here for the past 4 videos. And yeah, definitely adhering to bankroll management, which we are. We did pick up queens down here, so that's nice. And that's the thing, you know, if you're only playing tournaments, right, and you run into that kind of variance, you've limited your returns for that session. So this is a way to kind of optimize your time, combining your cash games with your tournament play, but just, you know, you don't want to do that on your first rodeo, so to say. And yeah, so we got it in with the king jack. That guy only min raised, by the way, with an ace king, and that's definitely worth a note. We pick up ace king here down low on our other tournament, raise that up, and here's a replayer from the hand that we busted on, and looks like this. So we got king jack offsuit in the big blind, and we get min raised by this guy over here, and we call with the odds to do so. Flop top pair king kicker, he for all intents and purposes shoves. We come over the top, and that's how it went down. And unfortunately they don't show the hand until the end, but even then, so here at 690, by the way, guys, quick side note, backdoor flush draw, top pair, top kicker, 2-suited board. I shove because when I make a normal bet, if I get flatted, if he just calls me flat, then the pot on the turn already is going to be bigger than our remaining stacks. So I go ahead and shove on the flop, right? Knowing that he's going to be committed, or I'm going to be committed on every single call on the turn. So yeah, take that shot with the strong move. I make that move. I make that exact same move also with the jack queen of spades, where I've missed and I've got my 15 outer. And yeah, those are moves that you should definitely incorporate into your game. Always being aware of the effective stack size and what could be the effective stack sizes as a relation also to the pot size. Once somebody potentially calls or maybe shoves. The other thing is too, right, if I just make a normal bet, he shoves over the top, he's actually putting the last question to me. And you want it to always be the other way around, as often as you can make that the case. Here, a6 again, offsuit, full ring, we just let that go. And as you guys see here, I mean, if we just cover these two up, right, he calls us with 2 overcards that don't have anything to do with hearts, right? So he's on basically a 6 outer, and the ace of hearts and the king of hearts could potentially kill him, right? If I'm on the flush draw, the boot here. Let's say I've got the jack of hearts and yeah, even the queen of hearts. If I have the jack of hearts and the ace or king of hearts, then I'm knocking out another 2 or 3 of his out. So, but he made the aggressive move, right? So I bet into it, and then he more or less shoves over the top. But you know, we do make the last shove to him, and it's small, so he's kind of priced in anyways. But then probably the better move for him would have been to flat and then shove any heart turn, for example. But yeah, and actually then I might have let that go. And yeah, that's called variance, guys. Bad beats and knocks us out of the tournament. But We're looking for some tens and aces.